When it comes to you meeting with a buyer, what is one type of buyer you should be very aware of, and why in the world does it matter? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now here's the thing. Here's what happens. At some point, you are going to sit down with a buyer and they are going to be ready to go. They're going to say, I want your product, I want your service, I really like your company, I really like your product, let's do it, let's buy. And like in your mind, you may go, I got commissions coming my way, I've got money coming my way, easy deal. And then you find out the bottom drops out because something's wrong. Something's wrong. Not very odd. Like this is something in your mind. You should be like, something's wrong here. Butterflies in the stomach. We're going to have to check reality. You might have to use a reversing question to find out why that buyer is too excited about your product or your service. And I remember there was a time about a year ago, this guy calls me up and was like, Scott, I heard about your training. I'm excited. I want somebody to come out and do some training with me. I want you to teach my guys. Let's get this done. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, there's something wrong. Something's wrong. Something, warning, 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 Scott Sylvan Bell, something's going on here. And sure enough, this guy really wasn't ready to buy. And if I wouldn't have asked some questions, I would have made a huge mistake. He wanted me to come out and do one sort of training, but what he really needed was another. And so the difference between a sales pro and a sales Joe is going to slow a sales call down and really figure out, is that buyer on board or is it hype? And so one of the things that I found, and one of the reasons why buyers will do this is they're like, all right, here's my game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that sales guy, I'm going to go to that sales girl, and I'm going to pretend that I'm just going to buy, and they're probably going to give me a really good deal, and then at the last second I'm going to drop the hammer and I want something better. I've seen this happen a lot, right, with salespeople, and they're all excited, the buyer's excited, the salesperson excited. I'm like, I'll wait for the hammer to drop. I got to talk to this guy or this girl and let them know what's going to happen, and this is almost every time I've seen this. This is how it plays out. Salesperson gets overly excited, dumps and drops a bunch of money off the good, the service, the product, the widget, the gizmo, and then the buyer moves in and drops a hammer on some sort of piece of information that they didn't say. So if you're a salesperson and you're meeting with an overly excited buyer, just remember, this sales skill or sales strategy is going to save this deal is slow things down. You're going to have to ask some questions. Hey, it seems like you're really excited about this product or service. How would you use it? Seems like you really like this thing. Tell me about how you came to deciding this is what you wanted to do. And you know what? As a salesperson, you may go, hey, Scott, I completely disagree with you. Okay, cool. Put it in the box down below. We'll have a conversation. I don't have a problem with that. Let's talk about it. You may have an idea that's better than mine. I may have an idea that's better than yours. Cool. That's how you learn in the world of sales. But I'm going to tell you, almost every single time that I have met with a buyer and they've gotten super excited before I've even rolled presentation, price, or asked questions, it's usually been a downfall. Okay? It's usually been a big letdown. It's usually been a really big problem. And it's not cool because like as a sales pro, what you should know is like in your mind, there's got to be a reason why they're too excited. In your mind, there's got to be a reason why you got to slow that deal down and make sure it's the right thing. Okay? So there you go. An overly excited buyer may not really be a buyer. It may be a game that they're playing only for them to drop the hammer on you at the end of the sales presentation and walk away with some sort of objection like, I want to think about it, I'm getting other bids, I'm talking to other people, and then you got to worry about rejection, and that's not cool. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.